Hey everybody, it's Scott. Welcome back to the One-Off Shop. Today we're going to be making a coconut cake with a surprise drizzle. Stick around, this is going to be tasty. Alright, before we get ready to make our cake here, I wanted to give an update on my ice cream maker. If you'll remember the last time we made ice cream, I told you that the unit had split in the freezer. It did it in 3 spots, so what I did was I got some all temperature caulk and just caulked it up. I've let it sit for about a week. And I'm going to try it out again this weekend, and I'll let you all know how it turned out. Alright, what I'm using here is just a plain white cake mix. Go ahead and get it mixed up according to the box directions. I've also added a 1/4 cup of coconut flavored instant pudding to this to help flavor it up. And we'll also add 2/3 of a cup of shredded coconut. Alright, go ahead and get this mixed up. Start out on low and then move to medium and whip it for about 2 minutes. Alright, once you got your cake mix all done up, go ahead and get you a pan sprayed and get it into your preheated 350-degree oven. Alright, we're going to make up a basic frosting for our cake here. So what you want to do is in a small bowl, get you 2 cups of confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, however you refer to it. 2 tablespoons of softened butter. You also want 2 tablespoons of milk. And a good dash of vanilla. Go ahead and get that mixed up. Start off very slowly so you don't throw your powdered sugar everywhere. Now we want this to be a little bit dry, and if it keeps staying dry, just go ahead and add a little bit of milk at a time until it gets to the consistency that you want. Alright, so I've made up my frosting here. I started off with 2 cups of powdered sugar, 5 tablespoons of milk, about a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of softened butter. Just whip that up with your mixer, excuse me, and you'll get a nice little frosting there. Alright, as soon as our cake comes out of the oven, we'll be back. Alright, we've got our cake out of the oven here. As you can see, it's just started to pull away from the edges of the pan. That's a good indicator of when your cake's done. Also stuck a cold knife right down the middle of the cake. Pulled it out, nothing left on it, so I know it's done in the middle. Let's go ahead and let this cool for about 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and get it frosted. And then we'll start our drizzle. Alright, our cake's been cooling for about 30 minutes now. It's just slightly warm on top. We'll go ahead and start icing it. Go ahead and get some of our icing out of the bowl here. Start off with about half of it. See where we're at here. Alright, as most of you know, powdered sugar frosting will kind of develop a crust on the outside of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this off to the side, let that crust start to develop, and we're going to move to the stove and make us a drizzle. Alright, so our cake's been sitting for a few minutes and it's starting to develop that crust on top. We've got our caramel drizzle is cooking away on the stove. So what I want to do now is let's go ahead and make this an old-fashioned poke cake. So I imagine we're going to cut this into about 12 pieces. Alright, as soon as the drizzle's done, we'll be back. Alright, I've just taken the drizzle off the stove. We can't put it on the cake yet, obviously, because it's way too hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run it through a sieve and into a container that I can pour from. And just to make sure we get any lumps out of it. And we're going to let it cool off a few minutes before we add it to the cake. Like we did pretty good. Don't see many solids in there. Alright, now I'm going to tell you that right there, that will set up in your pan fairly quickly. So immediately after you get this transferred into this other container to pour from, go ahead and get your pan full of water. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes now. Let's go ahead and take our drizzle here. Go ahead and hit each one of the holes. And let that drip down inside the cake there. Because this drizzle will start to set up on you. So make sure you hit each one of the holes at least. And then we'll just take the remaining part and drizzle it around the cake. Alright, and there's our drizzle in place. So what we want to do now is go ahead and we're going to let this cool for about another 15-20 minutes and get that drizzle, give that drizzle a chance to go ahead and set up. So as soon as that's cool, we'll be back. Alright, got a little bit of the caramel and the frosting. The cake, let's give it a try. Oh man. Oh, that is yummy. That is yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to have to get another bite of that one. Nice light cake. Of course, that's from the cake mix. The frosting turned out well. And the drizzle's just starting to set up, so you get a little bit of a chewy caramel along with your bite of cake. All right, that's it for this episode. So everybody hit me up on my Patreon, like, subscribe, all those doodads. I really appreciate it. Tune in on Saturday. We're going to be doing something with sausage. So until next time, keep rifling through the cabinets, keep rummaging through the fridge, and turn those what ifs into a one-off.